زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والارحام ان الله كان عليكم رقيبا يا ايها الذين امنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم اعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما اما بعد فان اصدق الحديث كتاب الله وخير الهدى هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الامور محدثاتها وكل محدثه بدعه وكل بدعه ضلاله وكل ضلاله في النار اما بعد. My brothers and sisters in need, I enjoin upon you and upon myself the fear of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. Inshallah, in today's sermon, we will be drawing our attention to the need for us to all work towards resolving conflicts among ourselves, resolving our disagreements, easily without allowing it to escalate, without allowing it to get out of control. And in order to achieve that, there is one vital point most of us usually neglect when there is a conflict among us. And when I say conflict among us, it doesn't matter whether conflict between a husband and a wife, or conflict between a friend and a friend, or between a tribe and a tribe, or between people of one particular faith or another faith. The moment this vital point is neglected, then whatever sitting you will have, even if you will have a sitting 1,000,000 times, you are only wasting your time. Because if you sit 1,000,000 times and you only discuss garbage, then you will only have garbage. If you sit one time and you discuss something reasonable, then you will have reasonable results. And the vital point most of us miss when we sit to discuss issues or to resolve differences between people is that most of us miss the right intention, that is the right motive. And whatever you do for a wrong reason, then definitely you will not have a good result. Take for instance, in a verse of the Quran, when Allah Ta'ala was talking about maybe how we can handle marital, discord, marital, issues, that is misunderstanding, differences between a husband and a wife. It's one of the vital things needed to succeed in that. Allah mentioned in this verse where He said, وَإِنْ خِفْتُمْ شِقَاقَ بَيْنِهِمَا, He said, فَبَعَثُوا حَكَمًا مِنْ أَهْلِهِ وَحَكَمًا مِنْ أَهْلِهَا. He said, إِنْ يُرِيدَ إِصْلَاحًا. إِنْ يُرِيدَ إِصْلَاحًا. Then He said, يُوَفِّقِ اللَّهُ بَيْنَهُمْ. Then Allah Ta'ala said, وَإِنْ خِفْتُمْ شِقَاقَ بَيْنِهِمَا. If you fear, the separation between the two, that is between a husband and a wife, He said, call one reliable person from his side and a reliable person from her side. Let them sit and have them look into the matter. He said, when they sit, if the two involved, that is, if those involved in the issue, Allah said, if they want reconciliation, Allah did not say when they sit they will have reconciliation. He didn't say that. He said, if they sit, if they want reconciliation, in Yurida Islaha, if they want reconciliation, if they want resolution, if they want solution, then Allah says, Allah will make it easy for them. That is, those involved have to want that first. So long as they want, inshallah, Allah will guide them. But if they don't want, it does not matter. No matter how God conscious the two are, when they sit, if they are not interested in doing the right thing, they will not get the right result. And even if it is between people of different faiths, if they sit, so long as their intention is not to resolve their differences, they will not get solution. And no matter the tribal differences, if two tribes or people from different countries or regions sit together to resolve their differences, yes, they cannot resolve so long as they are difficult first, then Allah will make it what? Easy for them. Allah says, وَالَّذِينَ جَاهَدُوا فِينَا, those who strive in our cause, لَنَهْدِيَنَّهُمْ سُبُلَنَا, we will guide them to our path. Today, if there is problem between two people, whether couples, whether friends, whether business associates, whether different tribes, or different clans, or different nationalities, you will see that in most cases, they themselves will find it difficult resolving their differences. And those interfering will make the matter worse, because they are also not coming to solve the problem. They are coming to add fuel to the problem. And that's what we are seeing locally and globally. Most crises, those intervening are only fueling the crisis. They are not what? Extinguishing the crisis. They are not reducing it. They are increasing it. And like I do say, it does not matter which country is intervening. If you have the case of Yemen, up till now, they cannot solve it. You have the case of Venezuela, up till now, nobody can solve it. You have the case of Ukraine, they cannot solve it. And now you have case of what? Palestine and Israel. Yes, it will also be difficult for them to solve it. Because those who are coming in are not coming in with the intention of what? Solution. If it is US coming in, then whatever Israel does is what? Is okay. They have right to defend themselves even if they will waste millions, because it is what? Israel. Oh, maybe another person may say, okay, no problem. Whatever Hamas does, no matter, so let's get their own. Our own brothers too. It is what? It is correct. But if we want to solve their problem, then we must all come in as what? Neutral people. With the intention of what? Resolving their difference. I want us to get something. No matter the name you call anybody, whether the name of his tribe or whatever, all those fighting, they are all bloodly connected. I want us to get something. That is, when you meet two people fighting, they are all bloodly what? Connected. Because Allah wa ta'ala told us in a verse of the Quran that Ya ayyuhan nas, O you mankind, ittaqu rabbakum, be conscious of your Lord, alladhi khalaqakum, the one who created you min nafsin wahida, from a single soul. So that nobody will brag for another person. Anyone who tells you his own origin is better than your own, that means you must know that that person is not mentally okay. Because that same person will tell you his father is who? Adam alayhi salatu wasalam. Nobody comes from any other source except from where? Adam and Hawa. Anybody you see on the surface of the earth. So blood-wise, no blood is better than another one. And Allah is not going to put anybody in Jannah because of his blood, or put anybody in the hell because of his blood. What he uses to put you in Jannah or hell, or use in differentiating us is what? The most God conscious. Inna akramakum inda Allahi atqakum. So we need to learn, to be patient, to be able to bear it, to resolve differences between people, no matter how much we like them or hate them. Yes. If it's somebody you hate, give him his right. That's what Allah tells you. And somebody you love, give him what? His blame if the need arises. So my advice to myself and the rest of us is this. Even from our various homes, learn how to resolve differences between your children. How to resolve differences between yourself and your wife, between you and your husband. So if there is issue between men and women today, All women except few will gather around who? Around women. If there is issue between men and women, the men will gather around who? Around the men. The youth will gather around the youth. The elders will gather around who? The elders. The rich will gather around the rich. The poor will gather around the poor. So the problem will continue. So that's this thing. There is no way you can get what you want out of doing what is wrong. I usually tell us from time to time. One natural law is this. If you do what you want, you get what you don't want. It's a natural law. You do what you want, you get what you don't want. It's a man fa'ala ma sha'a, laqiya ma sa'a. You do what whoever does what he likes, he gets what he doesn't like. When it comes in terms when you come in terms of relationship, you do what is right. The distinction between what is right and what you like. They are two different things. Sometimes you may be lucky. What you like may coincide with what is right, and sometimes they don't coincide. Sometimes they don't agree. But what is right is always right, and what is wrong is always what? Wrong. So let's learn to get involved in problems and we solve them. But because, like I said, most of us don't come with good intention, you will know the action you are taking is wrong. Take, for example, like the case of Iraq. Iraq is destroyed today by those who are aware that what they were accusing that country of was not true. But because their reason for intervention wasn't right, see where it led us to. Just those intervening in Libya, the reason they intervened in Libya was different from the reason they were saying. And that's the result. Like in our own country too. It's when there is fight between one tribe and the other. Are we able to resolve it? Continuous fight between north and south. Because when the southerner comes, yes, you look at the other ones as not what? As human as he is. If the northerner comes, you look at the other ones as what? Not as human as he is. So, where is that taking us to? It brings us to where we are. It makes me and you, we cannot travel freely. Yes, that's the result of that. That's the result. It makes life unbearable for all of us. Everybody complaining. Instead of we knowing that we are the problem, we will say Nigeria is bad. Nigeria is good. Wallahi, one of the best places on the surface of the earth is Nigeria. Because Allah has put in a lot of things inside Nigeria. So Nigeria is good. So if you want Nigeria to be okay for you, it is you who need to change your behavior. Yes, Nigeria is good. It is the Nigerians that are having problems. It's just like if, Palestine, Israel, mention any place. Those places, they are all named. Nothing is wrong with them. They are land. Allah created his land to go. So if the land is bad, it is those living on that land that are bad. The land is not, nothing is wrong with the land. And that's why Allah told us in the verse of the Quran that وَلَا تُفْسِدُوا فِي الْأَرْضِ بَعْدَ إِصْلَاحِهَا. Do not create mischief on the earth after it has been what? Put in order. Yes, Nigeria is the same country where somebody comes from school and as a graduate you will be expecting a car. The same Nigeria, the same name. So it's the same Nigeria now, not graduate.
graduating and getting a car, it is the same Nigeria now. If your father does not have money, you cannot go to school. So some people make education free in their own time. So it is some people that make education expensive in their own time. But the land did not say anything. It is you who say it is what you want you are getting. And that comes from what? From our behavior. So my brothers and sisters, we all need to love one another. We all need to look at each other's problem as our own problem. And try to see how we can resolve differences among ourselves. Fighting doesn't take us anywhere. You don't need to hate anybody based on political parties. Check the states where they are talking of election now. People are killing others, have it? Because of seat. Then that means what you must understand, that person killing somebody for that seat is not coming to save that state. Because if he's coming to save the state, so why take lives? Why? Because you know, in terms of governance, part of your responsibility is protection of lives and properties. And even before you come in, you waste lives and properties. What? You get there. That means already your mentality is not a mentality of protecting lives and properties. Your own is that you have to waste lives and properties to achieve your own personal goal. That is, you can waste lives and properties to achieve your personal goals. And that is why when you sit there, you can also waste lives and properties to what? To make sure nobody what? Unseats you. And maybe when your tenure has gotten to an end, if you are entitled, you are ready to waste lives and properties to make sure you have what? Those who are on your side to continue. That's where we are. Except the few saved by Allah Ta'ala. If not, why should politics become do or die? Why? If it is for service, if it is for with good intention, it will lead to that. Say what you want to do, and let people base on that and what? Vote for you. So you don't need to kill anybody. May Allah Ta'ala guide us on the right. أقول ما تسمعون وأستغفر الله العظيم لي ولكم وسائر المسلمين من ذنب الخطيئة واستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه أما بعد عباد الله أوصيكم ونفسي بتقوى الله عز وجل. My brothers and sisters in you, we all need to come back to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. And like I said, no matter how little your position is, like I said, all of us are leaders. I usually talk, remind us from time to time. When they talk about leadership, when they talk about responsibility, don't be looking up only. Some things, even from grassroots, from lower level, when we start, things will change. We want to see our homes peaceful. We want to see our brothers and sisters as couples being able to resolve their differences without too much external interference. Small issues today, a husband and a wife can resolve. Parents get in, they can resolve. Oh, maybe leaders get in, they can resolve. Because people are not ready to do the right thing. They say nothing good comes easy. Nothing good comes easy. It's not easy to be a good person. To be a good person, you have to let some things go that you want. You have to compromise. You cannot be a good Muslim when you don't love for your brother what you love for yourself. You cannot be a good Muslim when you feel happy oppressing your brother. A good Muslim will prefer to be oppressed than being the oppressor. If one must happen. Yes. A good Muslim will prefer to be on the good side than being on the wrong side. A good Muslim will prefer to be the one cheated, not the one cheating. But the mentality most of us today have, you think a good person, because your own interpretation, you will not say a good person, you will call the person cheating a smart person. When you say somebody is smart, it is like an appraising word. So it's because they say he's smart, so he will cheat, and they will tell him, instead of telling him he has done something bad, you are encouraging him to do, because you did not tell him he has done evil. You told him he's smart, and the person he cheated, you say the person is a fool. Yes. So it makes him won't feel like stopping, because you make him to look at bad thing as what? Smartness. Instead of foolishness. If you will tell him he is a fool, and he understands that when he is a cheater, he is a fool, he will stop cheating. But the impression most of us have when we cheat is that we are smart. So that's why we cannot stop. أصبح المنكر معروفا والمعروف منكرا. That's the interpretation. Today it is bad people who are bold to what? To advertise themselves. The good ones somehow have to what? Slow down. The one who is LGBT, he is what? Proud. He says he is what? It's human rights. You who want to preach against what he is doing, they will tell you are what? Intolerant. He can say his own, but the one who is trying to stop him from that evil act, they will tell you are what? Intolerant. So they make you feel what? Embarrassed or ashamed to what? To say your own position. He have the backing, he have the resources, money given to him. You, when you are looking, if you are looking for money to do your own, you will find it difficult. Yes. There is money, they are looking for those who want to propagate that, to collect money. If the money is there, the money is waiting. It's those to collect the money that are not there. Because most especially, alhamdulillah, in our own African countries, it's not common here, so we are still not interested. So, but they are disturbing us with it. Like the case of Israel-Palestine now. Yes, the occupier will not occupy, agree he's an occupier. If you are an occupier, you are an occupier. Because if the other person does wrong thing, we can say, okay, maybe he has done what he's not supposed to do. Well, let's assume, as they say, they talk about rape or they talk about babies. If it is true, if they produce evidence, we will say it is what? It's bad. But can we say bad without seeing the evidence? We need to see the babies. Yes, if somebody gets babies and, or what do you call it? A cut of baby's head or born baby's head, we say the person has done something bad. It does not matter even if not even call him any name as a Muslim. Bad is bad. In war, there is no reason why you will go and kill men, women, and what? Children. For no reason. But because somebody say they kill, will not just make us easily say they kill until we see the evidence. We'll talk according to the evidence. So yes, as a Muslim, we will say where Israel is wrong, they are wrong, and where maybe the Muslims are wrong, we will say they are what? Wrong. If there is evidence. Because Allah said, La the enmity between you and any sort of people should not stop you from what? From doing justice. So where they do wrong to Israel, we will talk. And where Israel does wrong to them, we will talk. But in the case, Israel have more blame than them because their own place is like a state within Israel, because it is Israel that controls their own space. They don't control Israel's space. So to get the problem solved, Israel have to what? Be ready to stop what? The oppression. And yes, we will also advise our brothers should be also willing to sit and what? And negotiate what? Peacefully. but not Israel dictating what to be done. That's why you have United Nations. Let United Nations as a neutral body who will want to sit down and listen to the two come up with a just position, but not what a tilted position or unjust position. Then, if the two agrees, then problem will be solved. Israel will not be the solution. You can't be, part of a case and be the judge of your case. The neutral party have to be what? The judge. So it is a very difficult issue. So each, the way the Israel feel they can defend themselves, these ones who have right to defend themselves. But everybody have right to defend themselves based on what we have on ground now according to international law. Not according to Israeli law, but according to what? Palestinian law. But today, United Nations cannot shout and Israel listen. No. So Allah Ta'ala guide us on the right. So Allah Ta'ala will unite us. Like I said, let's start from our home. Between you and your wife. When issues come, think of sitting down and resolving sincerely. Not thinking of oppressing her and not her thinking of oppressing you. Between your children who in our country, between the northerners and southerners, when issue comes, we must all remember that we are all brothers. We are brothers. And for you to progress, you have to work for my progress. And for me to progress, I have to work for your progress. If you want to bring me down, you too will go down. It's one thing about life. If you want to bring others down, you too will go down. No matter what. Allah Ta'ala unite us all. And save our homes, save our country, save the globe. May Allah Ta'ala guide our leaders to be able to correct their thing, what is wrong with what they do, to be able to save the world. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. اللهم لا تدع في مقامنا هذا ذنبا إلا غفرته ولا هما إلا فرجته ولا كربا إلا نفسته ولا دينا إلا قضيته ولا عصيرا إلا يسرته ولا عدوا إلا قتلته ولا مبتلا إلا عافيته ولا ميتا إلا رحمته ولا حاجة من حوائج الدنيا والآخرة هي لك رضا ولنا فيها صلاة إلا أنتنا على قضائك ويستر برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. ربنا إننا آمنا فكنا مع الشاهدين. عباد الله إن الله يغفر للمسلمين ويتعب القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي لعلكم تذكرون. اذكروا الله العظيم الذي يذكركم واشكروه على آلائه وأنعمته وذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم